Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Pokemon Adventures Diamond. Today's episode is going to be a post-commentary. Unfortunately, I had some issues recording today. So, Fraps, I recorded the montage last night with for the leveling, well, quote-unquote montage with music. I wouldn't really consider it a montage, but I recorded it without my microphone set to be on. So this episode I completely forgot to turn it back on in Fraps. So this will be a post commentary. I don't want to leave you guys with nothing there. I don't want to make this empty. But all we do today is we get to Oreburgh City, really. And right off the bat, we're battling youngster Dallas. He's gonna send out a Kricketot. Now, the Kricketot isn't a very tough Pokemon, to say the least. But I'm trying to remember all that it does. And Charge, I don't know if that was also a new move that Callum learned in the montage video. He learned how to do Charge and all of that. Callan will use, or Kricketot. Oh yes, I remember this. That Bide likes to hit hard at lower levels. Tackle. This is gonna be so horrible of a post commentary. I'm not good at post commentary. I gotta keep the action going. I don't know what I could talk about. I could talk about Pokemon X and Y. You know, no, actually, I can talk about the series in general, about what I want to do with this. I know how I want to set this up. Like, each quote-unquote season is going to be a different region, I guess. And I know somebody butt clenched about this, but if I do any of the Kanto regions, I really just want to do the Johto one. The one with Johto, Heart Gold. Just because I like the newer games a lot more than I like the older games. I don't know why, I just like them more for some reason. I've never figured out why, but I always have. Maybe it's just the updated gameplay, graphics, and Pokemon, maybe, to say the least. But so I'd rather play that when I get to the Kanto area, rather than just do the, with that, I think the order's gonna go in, it's just gonna go Sinnoh, then Johto, then Kanto, then Hoenn. That, or I may pause after I beat the Johto League, go to Hoenn, beat the Hoenn games, and then come back and do the Kanto League in Heart Gold or Soul Silver. Black, Pokemon Black, which is the Unova region, and then when it comes out, eventually, if I learn when I get a 3DS and I learn how to, if there's a way to record that somehow, I'll be doing that. It'll be a lot of fun. X and Y looks really like it's gonna pull off some really good stuff. I'm really shocked at the way they're taking it, and I actually think it's a good thing. Full 3D, different ways of transportation, finally character customization, a whole bunch of different stuff. It's gonna be great. I can't wait for it. Some of the things, I don't know. I'm not sure how I'm gonna respond to all the Pokemon, like the whole new fairy type. I'm not on that, so. But, you know, some people are on whatever. Nintendo's got to deliver, and Game Freak, so I completely understand the point where they're coming from, and just throwing in new stuff and wanting to keep things fresh. And not to make the game so overly repetitive. I mean, it's a little repetitive, but that's RPGs for you in general, though, really. I mean, you play any RPG game, you know, go to person, get quest, go to area, kill stuff, get object, come back, turn in quest. That's any RPG, really. Whereas Pokemon's a little bit on the other side, where go around collecting gym badges from old adults in their so-called gym at a 10-year-old. Pokemon logic makes absolutely no sense. Like, I don't know what parent would let their 10-year-old go travel to the United States at the age of 10 years old by themselves, with people older than him, going into old people's house. Dude, Pokemon is a very weird game. It's whatever. So, yeah, so far this... Anyway, back to what I was talking about. I got completely off topic there. With the regions-wise, I think it's going to go Sinnoh, which is what I'm in right now. Either Unova, probably Sinnoh, Unova, and then Hoenn, and then probably Kanto. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. I may switch Hoenn and Kanto. I have yet to decide. Just because... I mean, what I don't like about the Hoenn games was the character model. He just looks retarded. With his, that same goes for Black 2. I will never do Black 2 or White 2. Just because of how stupid the characters look. Definitely doing X and Y. Hopefully, eventually. Comes out, I think, October 12th. I honestly don't know off the top of my head. I think it's October 12th. Of 2013, and it stores worldwide. So, and I'm probably getting a 3DS soon, so that's helpful. Which, I gotta be honest, the 3DS is not a bad system for a, you know, a lower, not lower developed, but Nintendo isn't really shined upon for their consoles as much anymore. Excuse me. Because of systems like the Xbox 360 and the PS3, the graphical quality and everything that they can do on there, it just surpasses them by a ton. But I think the thing I love about Nintendo games is anybody can pick up a Nintendo game and have fun. You can be 3 years old and pick up a Wii game and have fun. And Nintendo's really been more mainly lately, basically just more of a handheld device, people. Like, I think their handheld games are better than, you know, PSP Vita or even iPhone games, which I hate iPhone games. Or Android you play. App games, mobile games. They're, in my opinion, leading the market on mobile gaming. Mainly because of series like, and then just all the other DS. I think they have like some Super Mario Brothers games too as well for DS. And then with the remake of Ocarina of Time, which is flawless. I love that. It's so good. And that's probably going to be one of the first games that I play through. I probably won't sleep the first night I have a 3DS because that's the first game I'm going to get is the remake of Ocarina of Time. Because that's probably my favorite game of all time, other than a few other games, which are Simpsons Hit and Run, mainly because that game was basically my childhood. In a nutshell, I played that game so much as a child. I have played that game a good few weeks, like in actual time. I spent a lot of my childhood trying to beat that game and getting angered by it when I didn't. But it's all good now because I beat that game like 70 trillion times. And I've beaten it. All of those have been 100% completions. I've played and seen every nook and cranny of that game. It's the Ocarina of Time, like... That's pretty much me, but with the Simpsons Hit and Run, which is really funny. And I see we're still in this mine. I haven't even been looking at the screen the entire time. I've really just been talking into this microphone. Because it's... When I record in Vegas, or not record in Vegas, but when I record everything into Vegas, for some reason everything is it gets really slow and so I don't know what that's about. It's really weird in my opinion, but it plays the video back slow, and I think that's why I can't effectively record this like normally, I guess you could say. I don't know, but it's lag behind, so it's really difficult to talk about the video in general when it's, you know, frame jumping. I don't know why it does that, but it does that. So it's whatever, really. I really wish I wouldn't have screwed up on Fraps today. That was a good commentary that I did too. I did some better commentary today. I was really into it. I was really having fun doing it. Jazz, which is most important in being a commentator on YouTube. You gotta have a good personality, and you gotta make sure that you're having fun doing what you're doing. Don't do stuff you're gonna be boring with, and do not try to be other people, which is very, very important when being on YouTube and doing YouTube for a living or whatever the heck you want to do it for. You gotta remember to be unique and have fun with it. I mean, nobody wants to click on a YouTube video and be like, "Hi guys, welcome to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time." I sound like the teacher from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That's what they sound. And then they're the people that get like really close to the microphone like this, and they almost eat it like that. Which I apologize, that probably hurt your ears. Different kinds of YouTubers talk pretty much now. What else? What other YouTubers are 12-year-olds on YouTube who play Minecraft and Call of Duty and talk about how good they are at the game? Yeah, I've seen that several times, actually. I have. I've seen that many times, and every time I really just want to rip my throat out. That's one reason I don't even play Minecraft anymore, is the community is plagued with annoying kids. I mean, that box live. You just gotta deal with stupid people. PC gaming is a lot more expensive, but in the long run, I view it's a lot more worthwhile. And as well, you get to build your computer yourself if you do it that way, which I'll be doing soon. I'm going to be getting. I was gonna get like a store, but I decided I'd go. I'm either gonna go and do like something like iBuyPower. Or I'm just going to buy the parts separately and put them together myself. Which, I mean, getting the parts and everything is not the thing I dread. The thing I dread is putting together, because I am not the most handy person in the world, you could say. I am not a very handy man. So, usually, I would probably buy it store-bought, but mainly because of how crappy my last store-bought computer was, which is the one I'm on right now, which is an HP Omni 225, I think. It's a HP Omni. And I mean, it's okay for what it's meant to do, but it's not meant for gaming. I'd like to get the computer I'm gonna build and or get is probably either gonna have an i5 or an i7 processor in it. I'm not sure on graphics card yet. I don't want like the most top of the line graphics card, because I don't want to pay like freaking $500 for it. You know, I'm thinking about maybe like a mid-range, you know, $150 graphics card and a mid-range motherboard, and then everything else I'll go from there. I already have all the peripherals I need. I have my keyboard, which is a Logitech G1 ladder mouse, my Skull Candy headphones, and my Blue Yeti microphone. I don't really need anything else except for monitors and webcam, and then just all the computer parts, really. But yeah, I have not decided on all my parts yet. I know definitely either i5 or i7. I'm still deciding on which one is best for what I want to do for now. I mean, I could go and build like a, you know, $1,200 PC and make it, or $1,700 and like future-proof it. But that's not what I plan on doing. And I mean, for how much money I make, I don't make a lot cleaning my house pretty much. It would take me forever to do it. I mean, at least I work for my stuff though. You know, could go on and on, which is bad to say because I don't like to be a nagging person or really rude to people. But if there are people that really just make me want to blow my head off, it's definitely spoiled kids who get their way and get whatever they want when they want. That's obnoxious to me. I don't know why, it's just always has been. It's not necessarily their attitude, it's just the fact that people think it's okay to, their parents think it's okay to, you know, spoil them and give them whatever they want, but teach them no moral value whatsoever. So we're currently in the Oreburgh mine. This place really had no plot point whatsoever. Like, you go down to the Oreburgh mine and he's like just showing off Rock Smash. There really was no purpose for him to go down there. But I honestly thought about catching a Geodude, but I don't have the patience to level a rock type at this point. Rock has not always been my favorite cup of tea in Pokemon. I don't know why, I just never really liked it. I'd like to get an Onix though. Two Pokemon I definitely want on my team are Onix, Lucario. I'd like a Lucario just because I like the move pool. What else would I like to have? I'd like to have an Infernape on my team. Personally, if I could, I'd like to have all three starters. But I don't know if you can catch these starters or not. I'll have to look into it more. But Infernape, definitely. Torterra I like mainly because it has Earthquake when you get high enough. I mean, Empoleon is the fully evolved form of Piplup. It's good, but I would prefer Torterra or Infernape's moves, rather. Infernape's mainly because Infernape is, in my opinion, probably the best starter in this region, in this game. It just works on so many levels. Flame Wheel, Mach Punch, Close Combat. It all works perfectly. What other Pokemon would I like to... I'm not sure if I actually want to do any legendaries, though. I mean, if I wanted to, I could probably do Giratina or hack and do Arceus. But I don't even know if I want to use Dialga when I get him. I mean, but he's like really powerful, so it's a really nice Pokemon to have on your team. I could let that up to you people when I get there, if I have a ton of viewers by then. Well, not like you know, like 4 million, but like something around, you know, 50. I don't know. I don't know how many I'll have. I'm looking forward to doing YouTube though. I did YouTube before when I was about... I've done YouTube several times actually. I did one, I think 2 years ago with my friend back when I sounded like a 12-year-old. And one when I actually was pretty much 11, I think. And I've completely removed that channel completely because it's horrid. I've removed that channel completely just because it's horrid, really. First channel, at least. The other one is still up, which I'm not going to tell you because I don't want people going and finding it. But that was back when all I played was pretty much Minecraft, really. The second channel, at least. So I played for like a couple weeks straight. And my friend and I would just record videos. And half the time it was stupid because I was downstairs at my house at the time. I didn't have my computer in my room. And you could hear people in the background and everything. It was horrible. Whereas now I'm in my room and you can't hear anything. Except maybe every now and then you may hear somebody yell downstairs. Or if somebody comes in, I can just cut the video because I know how to edit better now. Just gotta learn how to. YouTube is something. You gotta learn how to do it right. YouTube, videos on YouTube, they kind of have to be like a perfectionist thing. Like, you gotta try and put out the best video that you can possibly put out. You want to make sure that you don't have any horrible background noise. You want to make sure that your computer's not, lagging the video behind or anything. Like if you're doing video games, make sure your computer's working right, so everything runs smoothly. Stay active with your community. Don't ever leave your viewers in the dark. Always be with your viewers. Always communicate with them. What else? Let them get involved. Let your community get involved. Let them help you make decisions in games, stuff like that. You can probably hear fingers cracking, but try to maintain a little bit of a schedule, I guess you could say. Like I try to put out a video every other day, which I know that schedule is going to be broken for me next week because and I'm probably going to get crap for saying this, but band camp starts next week and I am in my school's band. So first 2 days of next week we'll have videos. I'll probably put one out on each day to hold you over for that, because I'll be getting up at 8 every day, every morning. I'll be getting 5, and I don't like recording after people come home in my house because then it just gets loud, and I don't like a lot of background noise in my videos, mainly because I just don't want to put out bad quality content. That's why I try to do these when nobody's home, and then edit while everybody's home, and then upload later that day, or depending on what time it is if I sleep. It's my system of doing things. But I think this episode's actually just about over. Yeah, the video wise at least. Yeah. So anyway, guys, thank you for staying in and watching if you did. I apologize for not having live commentary done on this. Like I said, Fraps had a mess up